Hey gang, it's me, Uncle Todd here, and getting into the Christmas spirit now. Got ornaments on the tree. We both have our Santa hats. Of course, Sunny says naughty because, she's not nice. Well, and we're going to take a look at the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. Actually pretty funny special, written and directed by James Gunn, who of course did the previous movies. And you can compare it to the Star Wars holiday special, but in a good way, because it is made to look like it was done in the 70s. Groot is a man in a costume. Although it was CGI'd, it's a man in a costume. Everybody looks like they're in makeup or costumes. It's it's a great aesthetic. And it opens with that old time kind of da-da-da-da-da-da, special openings used to have back in the 70s. They did the same thing with Werewolf by Night. But, and it opens with some rotoscoped animation like you would get from Rankin and Bass, like their Lord of the Rings and Return of the King films. That kind of animation. In which we learned that when Peter was a kid, Yondu destroyed the Christmas tree he and Kraglin were making and told them to get rid of the presents, that we're not in for all this Christmas stuff because that's that kind of stuff will get you killed out here and then expanse of space. And Kraglin is telling this story to the rest of the crew because it switches to live action then. And how Quill is probably very depressed. It's getting towards Christmas time on Earth. And while with him losing Gamora, the whole Endgame thing, he's kind of down in the dumps. So Drax and Mantis decide they're going to go to Earth and get that man, that great hero Quill's always talking about, Kevin Bacon. He saved a town with dancing. So they grab the ship and head to Earth, where we get a great little comedy bit as they walk along Hollywood Boulevard, and people think they're part of the people that wear costumes to get pictures taken for tips, and all these people take pictures of them and give them money, and they don't know where to find Kevin Bacon, so they go to this nightclub where they spend all the money on drinks. It's actually a gay bar, and they have a great time dancing and drinking. Well, Drax doesn't dance because dancing is for people that are pathetic, and so Mantis, she gets into dancing, and they get plastered and have a great time at this club. But, they're sitting on the outside drunk, and they still don't know where to find Kevin Bacon when, hey, there just happens to be a map to the stars there. So they grab the map to the stars, and they go to Kevin Bacon's house, but as you would expect, these are just a couple of weirdos showing up at his house. And he calls the cops. And then there's this big chase with him, ending up with them taking out a group of cops. And very funnily, Drax flips a car at one point. All the stunt work is great. You can tell they're on wires. I mean, it's intentional how bad the stunt work and special effects are. And then Mantis uses her powers to convince Kevin Bacon to come along with them, with a minor stop off at Christmas City to get the decorations and Christmas sweaters and whatnot. And then they head back to the smuggler base, where they decorate everything for Peter. Along the way, they find out Kevin Bacon's an actor. Well, that's just the most pathetic thing in the world, an actor. Someone who pretends to be someone else. So Mantis makes him think that he is an actual hero. And Peter hears Christmas music. The whole place is done up in Christmas lights. There's fake snow coming down. It is amazing. Everybody's wearing Christmas sweaters and other Halloween decorations. You know, Santa hats and little antlers and things. And then they give him his present, which is Kevin Bacon. You can't give a person as a present. And realizing that Kevin Bacon is under Mantis's powers, he has to release Kevin Bacon, who then immediately freaks out because he's on an alien world with a bunch of aliens. But Peter assures him he's going to be okay and he's going to send him home. And while Kraglin is preparing to send to take Kevin Bacon home, he explains the whole reason that they did bring him here, and how Peter's Christmas was ruined, and Kevin Bacon has a change of heart, decides to stay for a little bit, and he, along with the old 97th band, which are all dressed as aliens, performs a Christmas song. And then everybody gives each other presents, and they all have a great time. And before leaving, Kevin Bacon says, "Hey, I'll see you at Easter." So we may get another special. And then afterwards, Mantis reveals something she's never told Peter. And I'm not going to reveal it here. You should watch it and get that for yourself. But it's very heartwarming. And of course, there's also the after credits, where we get a very hilarious scene with Groot being decorated as a Christmas tree. A sight to see. And we get a lot of fun stuff in this. Cosmo, the dog, who also has telekinetic powers, has some comedy bits in it, and Cosmo can talk because of the collar. So that's fun. Cosmo and Rocket have a good comedic back and forth with each other. And very, very funny. Very enjoyable. The characters still act like they do in the films. I mean, Drax takes everything literally. And he and Mantis are a great duo. Their time on Earth is hilarious. They're swiping Christmas decorations. They don't even know what they are, but they want them. And there's a funny bit where Cosmo gives Kraglin a Christmas present. It's a rat that she's killed and put a bow on. Very, very funny, very enjoyable. It just it's a feel-good Christmas special with a lot of music in it, and comedy and action. It's a perfect little special. I highly recommend it. So I have to say about this one. Please hit like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.